Welcome to Lesson 5.1, Math Strategies for the TEAS. In this lesson, we won't dive into solving equations yet. Instead, we'll focus on the strategies and thinking approaches that help you handle math confidently, even if you haven't studied it in years. Before diving into practice, it's important to understand how the TEAS math section is set up. You'll get 38 questions and 57 minutes to answer them. That gives you roughly 1.5 minutes per question, so pacing matters. The questions fall into two major categories. First is numbers and algebra. This includes basic operations, solving equations, word problems, and working with ratios. Second is measurement and data. Expect questions about unit conversions, reading graphs, calculating area and perimeter, and using basic statistics. Some questions are simple, while others require multiple steps or careful reading. So stay focused. Every second counts. One of the biggest reasons students lose points in math is not the math itself, but misunderstanding what the question is really asking. So, slow down and do this. First, circle or underline key numbers and units. Next, look for clue words like total, difference, increased by, leftover, per, or of. These are hints about what operation to use: addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Then, try to rephrase the question in your own words. That makes it easier to turn the words into a math problem. For example, Samantha has twice as many pens as Mark. Together, they have 18 pens. Rephrase it. If Mark has X, Samantha has 2X, and together they equal 18, so you solve for X. Tip: turning words into a math expression helps remove the confusion. This makes it easier to solve step by step, especially on longer word problems. Math can eat up your time fast if you're not careful, especially on word problems or multi-step equations. So here's how to stay on track. Always use your scratch paper to write down steps clearly. This avoids silly mistakes and keeps your mind from scrambling. If a problem feels confusing or time-consuming, move on. Don't spend more than 2 minutes on a single question. You can flag it and return later. Also, trust your first clear solution unless you see an obvious mistake. Overthinking often leads to unnecessary changes. And most importantly, if time is almost up, guess. Leaving it blank guarantees no points, but a guess gives you a chance to score. There's no penalty for wrong answers. When you're unsure of the answer, don't panic. Eliminate the wrong ones first. Start by crossing out any answer choices that are clearly too big, too small, or don't make sense in the context of the question. Then, try plugging the remaining choices back into the question. See which ones actually work. Pay attention to units and scale, especially with fractions and decimals. If a question asks for centimeters, and one option is 0.004 and another is 4,000, those extremes are probably wrong. And remember, even eliminating just 1 or 2 bad answers improves your chances of getting it right, especially if you have to guess. Let's talk about a powerful test-taking strategy that can save you time and boost your accuracy: estimation. Even if you're unsure of the exact answer, a good estimate can get you close enough to pick the right option. Estimation is your best friend when you want to double-check an answer without redoing the full calculation. In these cases, rounding can help you verify accuracy quickly. The numbers are messy, but you want a ballpark idea. Instead of getting stuck, simplify the numbers and move on with confidence. The answer choices are far apart, and a close estimate will lead you to the right one. When the options aren't close together, a rough answer is often all you need. Say you're asked to multiply 19.8 by 3.97. That's messy. But rounding to 20 times 4 gives you 80, and that's often enough to eliminate wrong choices. Tip: the TEAS isn't looking for extreme precision on every problem. Many answers just require reasonableness. Now, let's move on to another important tool, the on-screen calculator. Yes, the TEAS does provide one, but remember, it's basic, and you won't always need it. Use it when doing long division or tricky decimals. In these cases, the calculator saves time and reduces errors, multiplying or dividing large numbers. Especially when mental math would slow you down, converting units that require decimal movement. A quick calculation here can keep you from second-guessing. However, don't rely on it too much. If you don't understand the question, the calculator won't help. You still need to set up the problem correctly before entering any numbers. On test day, the calculator icon is usually found in the upper right corner of the screen during the math section. It won't always pop up automatically, so you may need to click the icon when you want to use it. Keep in mind that it's only available on screen. You cannot bring a physical calculator. Tip: practice using a basic 4-function calculator so you're ready, and know where to find it on the screen. It'll save you time under pressure. Now let's cover some of the most common mistakes students make during the TEAS math section, so you can avoid them. First, misreading the question, especially word problems, can lead you down the wrong path. Always slow down and read carefully. Next, forgetting to convert units, like inches to feet or minutes to hours, can throw off your entire answer. Another frequent error is dropping a negative sign. One small symbol can change the whole equation. Also, be careful when copying numbers from your scratch paper. A single digit off, and your answer's wrong. And finally, don't guess based on what looks familiar. Pick the answer that actually fits the question. Take your time to double-check, but only after you've finished every question and have a minute to spare. Let's quickly review the most important math strategies you'll need for the TEAS. You'll face 38 questions in just 57 minutes, so time management is key. Keep moving and don't get stuck. Whenever possible, rephrase word problems into simple math expressions. That helps clear the confusion. If a problem takes too long, skip it and come back. And remember, guessing is better than leaving it blank. Use estimation and elimination to narrow down choices, especially when the exact math isn't necessary. The calculator is available on screen, but use it wisely. It's there to help with tricky numbers, not to figure out the setup for you. Finally, watch out for common mistakes like forgetting units, dropping negative signs, or rushing through keyword clues. Stick to these strategies, and you'll feel more confident walking into the TEAS.